And we have with us a number of elected officials. We have the mayor, who's going to speak in a minute, Vice Mayor Miller, Councilman Clendenin, Councilman Meissner, Councilman Williams, and we really appreciate them being out today. We also have a number of people that are going to be recognized as we go forward. But this is a great transformation. If you remember this corner just about 14, 16 months ago, we had a large abandoned building on this site. We had basically no definition to this corner. The street needed a lot of repairs. The lights needed to be fixed. The streetscape needed to be fixed. We needed treescaping. All this needed to be done. And through the partnership that emerged coming from the master plan project downtown, the county redid this site, Rotary Downtown Division, the foundation created this park, the Coleman Foundation created the arches that you see just to my right, and then the city stepped up and made as a priority the redevelopment of this whole streetscape. And it really has transformed this area in a very short time. And I think it's a great example of what happens when you have a number of partnerships coming together, both public and private, to transform an area that ultimately will help continue to transform our downtown. So without further comments, I want to introduce our mayor, Carl Brewer, who has made a lot of this happen today. So Mayor.
Well, good evening, everyone. First of all, let me say thank you all for coming out today and joining us. And I did listen to what some of you said as you were walking up here, and they said, Mayor, do not say everything that's in there, make it as short as possible. So we're going to do that. And Don Sherman, did I get that right? Wherever he disappeared. There he is. Great job. It's great to be here tonight, and I'm very excited to see the transformation that has taken place along St. Francis. And thanks for coming out and celebrating with us tonight. I'd like to start by recognizing organizations that have played a critical role in the continued success of this area, including the Wichita City Council members and the Sedgwick County Commissioners and staffs from both organizations. And I'd definitely like to thank my council members and colleagues for believing and recognizing the opportunities that are here for us. And we have Clendenin, Councilmember Levanta Williams, James Clendenin, and Railroad Pete Meissner. And let's see, I think Jeff Longwell, and I think that pretty much takes care of the rest of them. They were afraid of the heat. So, but I do thank all of them for their hard work in making sure that something of this nature happened. The Wichita Downtown Development Corporation, the Downtown Wichita Rotary Club, the Coleman Company, and the business owners who have chosen to invest in our downtown. We've come a long way, and you all deserve a round of applause in making this type of thing happen. We're also here tonight because of Project Downtown, the master plan for the downtown area. The plan identified St. Francis Street as a catalyst project that would help jumpstart the growth downtown. It has truly been a group effort. Wichita Sedgwick County spent $2 million to buy and to remove buildings and to build a parking lot. The Rotary donated $300,000 to construct the Central Plaza and Rotary Time Tower that you see that's behind us here. The city provided the streetscaping, and it's designed to help improve the connection and the walkability between Old Town, the Intrust Bank Arena neighborhood, and to the riverfront area and Delano. Coleman contributed the pedestrian connection from the parking lot to the outlet store and museums along with mid-walk crossings and commemorative streetlights. I'd like to thank you all again for your hard work and dedication. These improvements will surely inspire others to continue to invest in our downtown area. And we've been seeing each and every day these types of things have been paying off with new opportunities for us, and we have a very, very bright future. We just continue to work, continue partnering to each other, and continuing to support our downtown area. So at this time, I'd like to introduce the person that represents this particular area, and that is our Vice Mayor, Janet Miller.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone, and it seems a little unfair that I have the only spot of shade, so if everybody wants to come and stand in this 3x4 postage stamp here, you can come on up here. Thank you, Mayor, for your comments. The transformation along this street really is amazing. If you haven't driven it, drive it before you leave tonight. It's amazing. It's been a great public-private partnership. I do want to take just a minute to recognize and thank some of the new businesses that have invested in this area. These business owners saw and understood the community's vision for this area and for the heart of our city. We have a great mix of businesses now, which range from services to restaurants to offices to retail space. We've got it all, baby. They include Bite Me Barbecue, which I understand from my husband has a delightful and tasty menu. Plus, I just like to say bite me at a public forum. I mean, how often can you say bite me?
One more time.
Bite me. Mr. Diggs Dwelling and Company, which offers original and reproduction classic home furnishings right down here behind us. Cassandra Bryan Design, a full-service graphics design and website development firm. Hopefully she's here handing out her business cards. Are you here? Maybe here somewhere.
She's at her store.
Oh, she's at her store. Probably so. Pixius Communications, this way behind us, a wireless technology and high-speed internet service provider. Their project is still in progress. And the Zellman Lofts, a residential development down on the corner. And all of those units were rented out by the time it opened, which is an amazing feat. I also want to express my thanks to the other businesses in this area. We've mentioned the Coleman Company. There are many others. I know one of the early pioneers down here was Architectural Salvage. Tracy's Automotive has been down here a long time and expanded. And those are companies that have stayed down here. We appreciate the new investment, but we also appreciate those who have stuck it out over the years as we've started to rebuild. I appreciate so much everyone's investment in downtown. I look forward to the future as our downtown continues to grow and more businesses choose to relocate here and to experience the success that we're seeing here tonight. And an appropriate time to end is when the train comes by. So thank you and have a hot time in Old Town tonight.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. And at this time, too, we're going to have Alan King come, the Director of Public Works. Alan was the gentleman that, with his staff and working with the design teams, made this possible. And so, Alan, thank you for being here this afternoon.
Thank you, Jeff. And I'll make this as brief as possible. I know standing out in that sun, I just came from there, is horrible. So the projects like these don't just happen without a lot of hard work. And much of that happens behind the scenes. I would like to thank everyone involved from the initial project planning through today, and specifically I'd like to thank the following. City staff, I'd like to thank Vice Mayor Miller and the rest of the City Council for their vision and support on this project. The Design Project Manager, Carl Haas. Downtown Revitalization Manager, Scott Kniebel. Construction Project Manager, Justin Westhoff. Construction Inspector, Zach Regener. And I'd also like to thank Aaron Henning and his maintenance staff for their hard work in cleaning the street and the sidewalks in preparation for this event. The design consultants, professional engineering consultants, I'd like to thank them, particularly Jeff Surmeyer, the project manager. And I'd like to thank the contractor, Corneo & Sons, particularly Bill Wegner, Vice President of Construction Services. These folks made this project a success. Thank you.
Well, but before we get ready to cut the ribbon, there is one individual I want to point out. Where's John Belford? There's John back there with the umbrella. John was responsible for bringing all these great collectible cars out this afternoon. So, John, thank you to you and your friends for doing that for us today. And again, we hope that you'll take the time to walk the street and go into the different. We've got the lemonade out in the street. We've got Dwellings open tonight. We also have Mr. Coleman Lockett's got the barbecue place open in the Zellmans. But again, it's a great time to see what's happening in our downtown area. At this time, it's an exciting thing. We're going to be able to cut the ribbon. And I want you to take note, this is just not any type of caution ribbon. This is actually Project Downtown ribbon. And Mayor and the Council, we want to cut a lot of these. And so it's actually been designed for the event. And so if the Mayor and the Vice Mayor and the Council members will move over to this side, our staff's going to get you ready to be able to cut the ribbon for the opening of St. Francis. 1,